Welcome to Throne on Thursdays. There's a lot of stuff to do, and a lot of people ask what's like a checklist of everything I should do during the week and every day, or at least every day that you log in. There are videos that cover that, but they're slightly outdated, and even more so now with the new update, so I thought I'd just make a new video to cover it up. So I just logged in for the first time on Thursday. I did take care of some basic stuff, but I'm going to walk you through everything you want to do. First off, you're going to come by the waypoint at Herba, come this direction, and go to the Raid Goods Exchange Merchant, or Raids Merchant. You want to buy your Chaos Prisms, because it takes almost 300 on average to level up one heroic piece, and you have 3 heroic pieces, so you're talking 900 prisms, and you only get so many per week. After you're done buying that, come this direction.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance.
Gonna fly down, and I'm gonna do the daily buys separately, just so that that's a different section for the video. So I'm just doing the stuff you're gonna do at the beginning of the week, and then we'll go over the daily buys after. Come to the Sundries Merchant, buy both of these. Of course, you can just summon the Sundries Merchant if you've got Da Vinci's Favor as well. At the Guild Merchant, you want to buy your Chaos Prisms here. If you don't have enough coins, save them up through the week and get that. I ended up on a rotation where I grabbed the beginning of the week. Once you're done with that, you've got one more set of things to look at, and that's down here, these couple merchants. The Resistance Goods Merchant, if you're a new player, this Resistance Amatoy Selection Chest, there's a lot of Amatoy in here. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you which ones you have or not. So you can go look, come back and mark it. As long as you have one, it's worth buying. And then if you need several, you can like write it down on a note somewhere and come back every week and buy them. Of course, if you want to fully utilize or min-max, buy the ones that complete PAL synergies. Amatoy, Lithograph, PAL Synergy, you can look and see, oh, is that one in that one? Which this one isn't, but you can look and see which ones you need to complete PAL Synergies for whatever bonus you want, kind of a thing. If you really want to go that far. Most people just go down the list and do it that way. Otherwise, the most important thing in here for most people is going to be the unlock stones, so you're going to want to buy those. You get these medals from the dynamic events, so do your dynamic events, the 7 for the guild, or 7 up here, and prioritize the guild contract, obsidian, or in this case it's obsidian, but the center one will be your dynamic event. If you do this, not only are you helping the guild, getting more guild coins, but then you can buy stuff out of this merchant. So I'm going to buy my unlock stones. Everything else is kind of meh. Maybe if you absolutely need something, but honestly, you get so few of these, even doing the dynamic events, I would just focus on these two, and then as you need, you can grab grow stones along the way. Like I didn't even end up buying these just because I never needed them, but when I was a new player and didn't really know, I was buying all of this stuff. And then, if you do Nebula, your Nebula merchants right here, you can buy your 7.
Take your time.
Maybe your 30 if you want to do that, whatever else you want in here. This is what I always go for, a lot like the unlock stones and relic analysis crystals as well. But that gives me a chance for Nebula stuff. And then, of course, if you're saving your combat coins, you can buy stuff in here. Every week-ish, I'm not big on Battlegrounds, but when I do play, I grab the Chaos Prisms first, and then the runes second, because leveling up runes is so difficult. Speaking of, at the beginning of the month, we'll go ahead and put this here. In your innate coin shop, I really like to always grab the runes. It's the only thing that's like critical here, in my opinion. You might grab the ink for selling stuff. I grab the growth books in this case because I'm branching out into another weapon, and growth books are hard to come by. A lot of people like to extract stones as well, but I seem to get enough of those. Partially because I'm picky about what I sell, too. Speaking of that, one last note I'll just throw in here.
Do you happen to need
At the guild merchant, of course, you can grab more stuff. This is the highest priority. A lot of people like these as well. If you are still unlocking sync slots and you need those old growth stones, you can grab these here as well. Same with the Resistance Goods merchant. He also has a lot of those.
Take a look.
right here. You can grab that if you're trying to get the growth stones for sync slots. So that's everything there shopping wise for the week. Now you also want to do your secret dungeons, Hall of Illusion. They just updated this with the brooch. Interestingly, you only have a 50% chance of getting a brooch on Nightmare, but you have a 54% chance of getting a brooch on difficult. However, the boss damage reduction brooch is not there. The 3 critical hit chance ones are, where here, this one, the boss damage reduction, is here but not on the other. However, the other benefit of the Nightmare, of course, is your accessories. So take care of your Hall of Illusion. I tend to do that on Thursday just real quick. Takes me 15-20 minutes. If it takes you longer, of course, spread that out as you need. Gate of Infinity, go ahead and do your new one if you want, or wait for the next one to hit and then do both. Try to always do it in under 3 minutes so you get all the rewards. Unless you're competing for the top for your class, then you can focus more on getting a higher placement. But otherwise, as long as you do it in 3 minutes, then you're there. You do get, if you're in top 20, so maybe compete a little hard to get in top 20 for a little extra. But I don't spend too many resources on it just because the extra resources, I mean, 600 to 1.2 million is kind of nice, but it's not like it's game-changing amount of Solon kind of thing. With your Sundries Merchant purchase, you do get 3 Tados Tower. So you want to just pop these. And these take seconds, basically, if that. And it will highlight the ones you want to do. So I need to do those 3. For speed, if you really want to focus on it, skip floor 12 and 20. Oh, and actually there was one other, the Golem. That's right. 12, 13, 20, that's what it was. And then, of course, now this is the part of the big update. Your Dimensional Trial does not give you any chest rewards. There's no chest here to open to use your token 2s. So now you have to do the epic dungeons. Ideally, when you do that, you want the random matchmaking because you get this extra chest with fortitude coins. Here's all your drop table. So do this random every week. I think you can queue. I don't know if you can queue with 4 or 5, but just queue with some people and it'll make it a lot easier as we learn these dungeons. And then, of course, run your elite for these tokens. And again, you're going to want to do random for the extra fortitude coins. Other than that, of course, you've got your open dungeons. Don't let that cap out. You have your contracts. You have your weekly missions you can go through. Most of these will be stuff you're already doing, like your raid kind of a thing. So yeah, go through all of these. That's a good checklist. Yeah, I think that's everything for the week. If there's more, I'm just gonna do this in one shot. So if there's more, I'll put a stamp in YouTube timelines. Okay, cool. So now what about your dailies? The first one you're gonna run? Oh, well, speaking of, there's probably something in here that's only once a week. The Enchanted Ink and Extraction Stones are once a week, so you can grab those if you have enough coins. But I like the Mystic Keys. If you need routes for that, I've got some videos, but otherwise just wherever you want to run them. Mystic Keys are a really good cost to resource ratio. If you need fishing because of the new Amatoy, grab that. I've kind of capped out on that, so I'm going to not buy it today. You can buy the Noble Blessing pouch because it gives you gear and stuff, but it's not like super critical. I tend to buy it anyway. I always get the ink, and then, like I said, extraction stones are kind of secondary. Although I do have enough, I could probably just go ahead and pick them up. So that's the start of the day, with these two only being once a week. Then you're going to come over to the Guild Merchant if you need anything out of here, like your precious polished crystals, if you're still doing that. The other stuff is all weekly. And then finally, your cooking ingredients, so you can cook stuff. And that's your daily buys. And then once I get to 20 keys, I tend to run keys, so I just hit 20 today, so I'll go run keys, run your contracts as you need to, and I believe that is everything. You do want to, let's talk about this for a second. To get to the 42,000, you get 3,000 per run. I don't know where it tells you that now, because it used to tell you there, I thought. Maybe it tells you in the tier. I don't know, but you're supposed to get 3,000 points for running it. So to get to your 42,000 accumulation, you only have to run it 14 times. And there's all your rewards for that. So yeah, that is everything to do during the week and then during the day. So hopefully this helps somebody.